Is it working recording? It's
Yeah.
recording. Yeah, it's. I meant
yep.
the microphone check. Mic check. 1 2 1 1 2. What is up, guys?
Folks, welcome back to an episode here at G Outdoors. As you can see, we're outdoors, folks, for a special
Bright
video.
sunny day. We have a real special one for you. We're reaching our 10th year hunting in the back
our
here.
10-year woods anniversary. You guys might have followed from the 10th year ago. You know, it might have been 10th year. It might be your first year watching. Thank you guys so much for watching us.
We got a lot more than 10
yeah.
memories, but we're gonna start with our top 10.
You guys probably know a lot of the spots. Lucky 7, Old Timers, CT, Strip 1, Strip 2,
No
Strip
plow.
3, Cattail Crossing, Old Timers, Hilltop, you know.
We got a bunch. We got the main. We're gonna start with our first ever. This is how it all started.
Yeah,
first ever buck, and it would be the first time I came back here, and I got a 7-pointer, which became Lucky 7.
Lucky number 7.
For that reason, you know, I chose it out. I went walking with my buddy Nick. I'm like, you know what? This ridge looks nice. Never walked here before. You know, there was other people hunting, and I parked my butt up in this area, and they got a nice 7-pointer.
We actually have it on bow cam.
Old school action cam.
And then the following year is when we really started making our spots. We re-enhanced Lucky 7. We redid the ground blinds. We have made videos, if you guys want to check them out, how to make your own ground blinds. But
Great way to get some deer up close and personal.
And one of the spots that we did make was a spot we called the Main, where I sat all season, was just hoping for one deer. Couldn't see one deer to save my life. Except for the second to last day of the season, I had this 5-pointer come in that we actually had on trail camera from highways away.
Highways away,
Didn't
literally.
even make sense.
We didn't know much, honestly.
Yeah.
We started off with what, a couple of trail cameras?
And we unfortunately weren't filming for YouTube at the time, so all we have is this photo of myself and Mike with the 5-pointer. I had the little mustache for Movember.
Oh yeah,
but
what an adventure.
It wasn't the best shot, folks, not gonna lie.
That was a rough 24 hours.
We gave it, yeah,
rough night.
It was a gut shot. We gave it overnight. Mike on his hands and knees. We split ways. He was following some tracks. Ended up finding it. Thank you
Took
so
us
much
a
for that.
couple hours.
First buck, yeah.
I got a kiss on the forehead as a thank you, guys. One of the most memorable days of my life. But man, were we ever happy to get that first bull buck down. This guy's hunting in gun season with the bow. That's how dumb we were back then. We didn't think we could come with the guns. Everybody's blasting around us, and here we are freezing our butts with a bow and arrow. But it doesn't matter. That's how you learn. You spend the time and paid off.
It worked out.
And look where we're at now. So.
Look at us now, Ma!
All right, so number 9, we're gonna shout out to Vanessa getting her first deer ever. Never came to the range with us.
Hell of a shot, though. Hell of a
And
shot.
grabs my muzzy, first time ever. Never shot a muzzleloader, as I could say.
Matt. That's long. That's light pink, and there's bubbles inside.
I see, is that her? Is that rough? But that looks like deer to me. We got her. She went far, eh? And that's a 50 caliber bullet. And she ran a good 100-something yards. Yeah, no, Mama got the deer, look. There's the deer.
Look, she's sitting down. Hi, dear.
Vanessa, how do you feel?
I'm good, I'm good. A lot better than I thought I'd be.
You thought you were gonna be bawling?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have like my mom feelings come out and be like, oh no! And instead, no, I did good.
What a shot, guys. Look at that.
Perfect shot. She came out, we sat her in the spot called Strip. She was really patient. She went out with Marco, and she did it on her first sit?
First sit with me.
First sit with Marco.
Yeah.
All right, number 8. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know where the list is, so.
Number 8, it's gonna be our first turkeys back here. It's turkey season. We just came back from a turkey hunt. And these woods is where we both got our first turkeys. And
No
they were
experience.
both nice ones. 2 complete different ways.
Huge
One was a spawn stock.
Alrighty folks, we just met back up. We had a bunch of gobbles. They didn't want to commit to either of us.
I don't understand. They didn't even want to come into the decoys. He would stay at a distance, back and forth. Mosquitoes everywhere.
We know he's in the woods up ahead, so we're gonna actually try to do a little sneak attack on him.
Spot and stalk.
I feel like he won't be in the fields. We didn't see him as we came out, so he's got to be still in those pines.
We know we're hearing him gobble in this area. Mark, get down. Let's go back. Yeah.
He's by himself?
He's by. Dude, it's the gobbler. Don't move.
You have a shot thinker, dude.
Oh. Don't move. Got him. Is he down? You got him. Oh my God.
Where is he?
Oh my, he's right there. Look. Your dad must be freaking out. He heard the sign, must be like, that's them. Oh my God, Marcus. Oh my God. Look, you can actually see he's already down. He's head down. Oh, I hope the GoPro got it.
Is that it right there?
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh my God.
Is he head down? Or is that his head? No, that's his tail sticking up.
Oh no, his heads are on the right side.
Oh, he's down. Oh, dude, look at that head. Oh, my God. Look at the beard. It's a big Tom. Oh.
Look at that.
We did it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
His beard goes down to his head.
Look at those spurs. Holy smokes. Look how long this one is. It's longer than this guy. Oh my God, and my hands are shaking how heavy this is. Holy.
Can't even get you in the frame with it.
Huge Tom on a spotted stock.
Yeah.
Like, this is unheard of.
We heard him. We knew that sucker was over there. He didn't want to commit to us, so we're
Best
like, all right,
call we ever
we'll
did.
go to him. We'll go to
The
him.
whole turn.
And then for myself, my first ever turkey, I was gonna be happy with just a Jake. You know, a little pube on the neck there. But that was actually a big one that Mike saw coming my way.
Love when a plan comes together.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're like, you know what, we gotta sit on the strip side and the lucky side.
Oh my
Decent sized spurs.
Marco's first turkey, guys.
What is? Oh, it's a decent one.
Nice
a
double
decent-
beard.
Double.
Yes, a double beard. Yeah, it literally was splitting over here.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't shoot it.
No, I don't think so.
It looks like it was cut perfectly.
Holy smokes.
Folks, this is a beautiful morning, absolutely gorgeous.
That was our first turkey ever?
First turkey back here.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
So for us, it was like a big achievement. That bird tasted so good. The taste of success. Success! Number 7, guys. Man, it's where it basically really started for me, getting my heart pumped in Marcos. Like when I got that nice 8-pointer.
Our first decent big
First
buck.
nice buck in the
For
area.
public land. You gotta also know, if you guys are watching this is all public land. We have hunters all around us.
Literally
All
around
around
us, there's about 15 stands that we've counted and in a small vicinity there. We're not talking a lot of acres of land, and it's loaded with people, and more and more people. But
So where do we go? In the thickest deadfall timber that we do have at a spot called No Plow.
one of my
Right,
favorites, I still remember hearing something behind me, turning around and having that buck, and all I just saw was antlers. And I always told Marco, if ever we see a buck, don't even look at his head no more, just focus on where you want to aim. And I turned my muzzy around, and The rest is history. It took off.
He was behind.
He was behind me. It was like physically impossible to film literally behind me. Thank God it was on my left side because the way I shoot, so it's doable. I had a general direction of where he went. No blood, guys.
Yeah, zero.
Nothing other than a track in the mud. Hey, no blood. No blood at all, man. No blood. Is that a buck? Is that a deer down there? Oh yeah, I see horns. No blood.
Good job.
No blood, man. Dude, I could cry. So I'm happy I
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Mark.
Look at that rack.
I'm trying to be quiet because they're hunting area, but... Oh my god. What a buck. What a buck. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at that, buddy. Damn, he smells. He's rotting. I can't even lift him. What a musky smell. Oh my god. Dude, I have no words. Man, that moment. I think there's a picture of me holding my head. I think we
I'll
have
try
it.
to find it. I'll try to find it.
It speaks all the words. The emotions that came through were amazing. What a day. Looks like I'm crying right now. I'm not crying. It's allergy season. Stop making me look bad, Mother Nature. So number 6, guys, we're gonna go with my dad.
It's a two-parter.
Two-parter. We're gonna start with the white 8. My dad at CT early morning. He just got in the stand like, I don't know if it was 15, 20 minutes. Just dropped him off. I went to the next spot over. I don't even know how this happened, but he had a nice buck coming through the high grasses early in the morning.
A white 8. We did have him on trail camera.
He slocks the deer. He was sure of a good shot. Deer took off. No idea. We had blood. Doesn't it start to rain? Torrential downpour. We back out, freaking out. I was, my dad was dying, his back let go. So he goes back home, he was done. He's like, I can't do it. He went back, so we called the dog tracker. And dog tracker comes, he stops at the blood where Marco and I stopped. Literally at the blood, couldn't find nothing.
No more sign, yeah.
We come back home and, you know.
We ate lunch, we
ate
talked
lunch.
it over.
I'll be honest, I was at the down of downs. I really wanted my dad to get that deer. Marco's like, Mike, if he says he got it with the blood we saw, he's there. So
we looked on Google Maps. We tried to figure out which direction the deer ran and where he was going back to. We looked at old trail camera pictures of where we found the buck
deer funnel
and which way he was, and we found a core area of where he was the most.
And we started our grid search,
sense.
and wouldn't you know it, I lose my mind. I've seen a trail.
You got him?
Oh my God, Mark, I found it! Oh my God! Oh my God, my dad's gonna lose his mind. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Guys, all I can say, it's been a rough day. Like,
yeah. I don't even see where he is yet. I'm still.
Oh my God.
Wait, I think I see him. Oh yeah, I see him.
There's a buck
I don't
on
see
the
the rack.
floor.
I don't see the rack yet. But guys,
my dad's gonna lose his mind.
Oh, I see a white belly, bud.
There's at least 3 points on the left side. Look at the floor kicked up.
Look at the size of the body.
Dude, this horn is wedged under. Man, you gotta call my dad. Oh my God.
Oh my.
1,
He's
2,
a white
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mike, this is the white 8.
Look at the body on this thing.
Oh my God.
I don't even know if my dad's gonna be able to come out.
Oh my God! Jesus, let's go horseback riding. Let's go horseback riding.
Look at this bug. What an adventure. Just never give up, guys. Even if you lose that blood, even if it's raining, if you feel you had a good shot and you could see really good in the photo, that's a perfect shot. The bigger bucks have that adrenaline and they could run and run and run. And it's funny, one of the biggest the blood patches that we saw of that deer, I shot a huge 10-pointer on, which we'll come back on.
Yeah, that's
making
coming
a script.
soon.
That's coming later on. But part 2 of the dog tracker
last year
for my dad. Again.
Opening
Jesus.
day. The one big buck we had, we put Frank at this spot. We're like, we've had some good bucks, including the biggest buck that we have had on camera. Last year was a bit rough for bucks. We all got fortunate enough to take bucks, not the caliber we're used to, but that's because it's public land, as we've said.
And we had to make a decision, meat over antlers, so.
But Frank got it done.
He shot our biggest buck!
Unfortunately, it ran 1,500 yards when we finished checking on the map, and we had to call the
1,500 yards, man.
We had to call the dog tracker, and as you guys are going to see, we were fortunate enough to recover this buck the next morning.
All right, folks. Little update. The buck is right there. Unfortunately, he's not dead. So we backed out. We went to go grab the crossbow. Mike's coming. He actually got stopped by game wardens. I'm not sure if the game warden's going to be with him and Frank, but this has been crazy. This is overnight and he's still alive. We let him go all night. These animals are strong, folks. Holy smokes. He knows I'm here. He just won't get up. Obviously, you want the quickest, most ethical shot. I'm curious to see where the shot was. We're going to try to put him down as quickly as possible. We're going to wait for Mike with the crossbow. You guys got to stay tuned.
Holy there it is. Holy oh my god. What a body.
Told you it was a huge body. That's our biggest buck right there, guys. The buck we were after. Our biggest buck.
Don't touch me, my Ben!
Merci.
So, what a freaking adventure, man. Tracking, but look at us now. We came back the next morning. We said, no, we're not gonna go hunting till we find this deer. We knew he would go down, and my dad got himself. Corkscrew is off the list. One of our biggest bucks, guys. We got him. My dad, the first time he sits at his tree stand in the afternoon.
First deer from that stand.
First buck out of that, yeah. We've always passed little deer, but never had a nice buck while we're sitting there. And I'm gonna do something with the map editor. I'm really curious to know how many yards he ran, but guys, easily 700 yards. Bloodhounds, that's what we were. It was crazy to the point where this morning we said, you know what, we're gonna call the dog to help us because it's the high grass, the thick woods. What an adventure! All I could say, it's such a crazy adventure, and
What an
congratulations! What an opening day! Buck is down. Congrats, Dad. He shot our biggest buck.
Yeah.
Wow. This year we're not gonna make him go to the spots with the big bucks. We're gonna give him the shit spots.
He's watching right now.
I'm kidding.
And number 5, folks.
We're back at it. The deer that did the scrape. First time in my life. I've been out hundreds of times deer hunting, and I always tell the guys, I never freaking see a deer rutting. Never chasing those, never
Fighting, never making
scrapes.
Yeah.
I've never seen a deer doing a scrape other than on
Making a
TV. Making a rub. I don't know why. So it's like I called it, and don't I look on the corner of my eye, once again at CT, that same spot that my dad shot that white 8, and from the corner of my eye, don't I see a buck up in the tree making a scrape at 100 yards from me. It was crazy. Big buck down. Big buck down. Yeah. I can see him from the stand. I'll show you. I don't know if I got it on film. Holy moly mackerel. Are you ready to go find the buck? Papa's buck? Can't wait to see. I'm looking for a rat. Oh. Like daughter, like father. It's not funny.
It's not funny, Papa Piggy.
There he is. Imagine how hidden he is. We didn't even see him. Can you see the buck? All right, guys.
There's
We
a
definitely don't have this deer on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my first 10 pointer. He's not a super old deer, but is it a big buck? Is that a big buck? What a moment. I finally got to see a deer showing some action, you know what I mean?
But the part I liked the most of this hunt was going in, Mike brought 2 pairs of pants instead of a jacket.
Oh man,
So
I forgot about the story.
So he had to stick all the hot pads all over his body.
Foot
to stay warm.
warmers. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm getting dressed because we get dressed at the spot not to sweat and whatever. So I spray myself. I'm getting dressed. Oh, okay, put on my big pants. I'm going in my bag. Pull out another pair of pants. So just like, wait a second, it's dark right now in the tree stand. Then I'm looking at my bag. I'm like, I only have a hoodie in here. I thought I was gonna die. I was ready. I'm telling you, I was fighting myself, and I was like, I have to get down. It's like an hour in. I was like, I have to get down, but something was telling me to stay there. Did I get a cold for a whole week? A bad one? Hell yeah, but I got a 10-pointer. Yeah. Number 4.
Folks, we were just talking about improvising, you know, on the fly, you gotta think with your head. This buck, lucky 7, I was sitting there minding my own business, you know, doing what I do. I took off work, hunted 9 straight days.
Literally.
On the 8th day, sitting at lucky 7, I had this 6-pointer come out, this nice 6-pointer, on a rainy day, it was cold. Had him come out 100 yards in front of me, came out, I go cock back the muzzleloader, doesn't cock back. Now, was I about to start crying? Yes. Was I about to smash this muzzleloader on a tree? Absolutely. But wouldn't you know, the 6-pointer stopped dead in his tracks and bedded down to fall asleep.
Unheard of.
So now I'm trying to get this muzzleloader to work. I'm messaging Mike, who's not too far away at No Plow, and I'm like, Mike, this buck is bedded down. What do I do? So now we start Googling how to fix this muzzleloader. This muzzleloader won't
That
fix.
wouldn't cock back.
Every so often I lift the scope, but then my camera, obviously the batteries died from being a recording for 5 hours because I didn't know when this buck was gonna get back up. Sure enough, an hour and a half later, Mike messages me saying that he's freezing his butt off. He's like, I'm heading out for the morning. I was like, well, do the turn. I have this buck still bedded down. He's like, the buck's still there? I go, yeah, buddy, I've been staring at him for an hour and a half now. So he did the whole turn of the woods, creeped in, crawled into the woods. How long did you crawl? At least a good 80,
Oh yeah,
100
and you were
yards?
doing like hand signals. He's hand signal because
every now and
I left
then,
my
yeah.
backpack. I just brought some bullets and my gun. I came there in it
Base
was in my
layers?
base layers and
Thinking it was gonna be a
literally,
quick shot?
yeah, I thought it was like gonna be a 2-second thing, but no, the story doesn't end here, guys.
So I gave him the fist to say stop. I gave him the thumbs up to say keep crawling. Finally, Mike got onto the blind. He goes, where's this buck? I'm like, well, give me a second. Rattle, lifts his head up. He goes, oh, that's a buck.
I won't lie, I thought it was a mega giant because the cloud cover, the antlers
white
were
antlers
like,
popped,
it was
exploded.
flashlights in this. I was like, holy shit, biggest buck I've ever seen.
So now we're trying to get him up for an ethical shot because obviously Mike's muzzy works. So we could have shot this buck anytime
We
we
tried
wanted.
every single call that
Rattled,
exists.
bleeped, call, yeah.
If I had a
straight.
kitchen sink, I would throw it at him, but he didn't want to know.
He was
anything.
so tired. He was full rut, running around probably all night.
Must have been
dead
chasing.
exhausted.
Must
dead
have been
exhausted.
chasing all night.
So I had him down bedded as of 9 o'clock in the morning. Mike, an hour and a half later, he handed me his gun. He goes, call me when you shoot it.
I literally
Crawled out.
re-crawled out to Marco Signals, got out of there.
So from 9 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon.
I'm telling you,
the
when I
buck
was walking
bedded.
out, I was like, I'm gonna hear a gunshot any second. Get home. Like
5 hours, the buck was bedded down. Finally at 2 o'clock, he rose up and then he rose back down because it took one
Mark
shot at him.
ended it.
Yeah, one clipped him, and as you guys are gonna see, at least with the
Next
recovery.
shot, drop like a sack of potatoes.
Looks like the belly from far. Oh yeah, that's a deer, bud. I see rack. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, buddy. Let's see it from far. Look at the rack. This year's our year, bud.
These eyes are open.
Look how nice his beams are.
Frozen stiff.
Oh my god, Marco, you got him! You got a big buck, bro!
Oh, look at this.
Oh my god.
6-pointer.
How you feel, bud?
This is why I passed up the spikes.
No one will ever believe our story. The joy I feel right now, buddy. It's just the beginning. You know what's the best part? We both live the same feelings in the same week, and we worked so hard for this.
At number 3, folks.
Oh man, another crazy adventure.
Never easy. Never easy.
When we're in the woods, you know how it goes. If we're going fishing, we're going hunting, there's always something that happens. So I have a doe come in, crossing through far up ahead early in the morning, and doesn't she have a buck trailing her?
And once again, you're at no plow.
And I'm at no plow. My favorite spot. It's literally the thickest of the thickest. It's like, it's ridiculous, but it's great. So he's there. Doesn't he cross over? But I have no shot.
I was at a spot called Strip 1.
Yeah.
There was actually 2 bucks.
There was
2 bucks,
yeah.
because I shot at 1. He messaged me saying, there's 2 bucks in the doe, going to Lucky. So now I'm sitting at Strip, which isn't far from Lucky, and I'm thinking, why am I here? So I picked up the camera, picked up the gun, ran to Lucky, get there 120 yards away, not too far from where I actually shot the 6-pointer that we just showed. There was a 2 bucks and the doe. Super foggy, super cloudy morning. So I lifted the gun, saw one of the 2 bucks, took a shot. All of a sudden, the other 2 deer ran back towards Mike, not expecting it. He now hears a shot behind him, thinking, who's that shooting behind me?
I was sure, like 100%, that you got one of the bucks, because they both went that angle, and I won't lie, I was losing my mind that I let the biggest buck I've ever seen on the hoof pass me, and like I was like. I was in utter shock, I won't lie, and I'm like, it's okay, he's going towards Marco. I'd rather not scare the buck and just take a pop shot and miss him. Like, I didn't feel comfortable with the shot, so I let him go. But when I heard Marco shoot, I was crazy. I was standing up in my stand, like looking behind, and don't I see
the
him?
Big buck.
He's coming back on his shot, but this time I was standing up. I was like, no. So there's not many shooting lanes because we don't really cut through those thick woods.
We want to keep it as natural as possible for the bucks, make them feel safe.
I find a spot that he stops just a bit through all the thick stuff. Boom, I shoot him, he drops. So I start reloading, but he's through, like honestly, I had to shoot him through holes. And then he stands back up. This is when I go in full panic mode. I'm reloading. I'm like, oh shit, oh. Don't I go? I try to shoot him, like, because he keeps bedding down and standing up. Bedding down, standing up. I'm like, I gotta time this. But right when I go to shoot, he moved and I could see there's a big fallen tree. I popped the tree. So my stress level went from 1,000 to 2 million. I almost threw up my heart because I was freaking out. Don't I realize I have 1 bullet left? Now is when I thought I was really having a heart attack, so I reload and I'm waiting. I'm like, man, this guy, I gotta get him. I have this bullet. Don't I shoot? And it didn't hit the target.
And your phone fell out of the tree into the snow.
So this is when I realized that my phone
snow
was fell out of the tree stand. So now I'm tripping.
Because his deer is 70 yards from you.
And he's not dead. He's still there. And I'm like, biggest fear is to lose it. We have cattails, we have swamps, we have all kinds of stuff. I'm like, he's gonna run down to the other hunters on the other side and crawl down, call Marco. And I'm like,
I need bullets.
I need bullets. You have to crawl in. He's like, what? He's freaking out. He's hearing all these shots. He thinks I killed half of the woods. And he's like, what do you mean you have no bullets? So he ends up crawling.
I wish I took video of my foot tracks in the snow, because I was skipping steps. I was Bigfoot walking, you know? I was jumping over cows.
I was like, just come in quiet, don't make no noise, because I probably shot at 70, 80 yards, but it was an all fallen, that area has a lot of deadfall and really thick stuff. But anyways, doesn't he come? And actually I shot it with your gun.
Yeah, because I had no more bullets either. I went into my bag and I
for some reason we forgot it. We forgot the pouch, which we do share bullets. This is why
we refill them every morning, and we refill them the morning of, and forgot the whole pouch from the bag.
Crazy. And is this
so
not
I had to
made
hand
up,
my
guys?
gun up the stand. I'm at the bottom waiting.
I like, okay, film it.
But I wasn't ready for the shot. I saw the buck raise up, and I'm like, is that the buck?
Deer just dropped.
Down
perfect.
Right
hard shot.
I see him. Oh my god. Look at that body. That's the buck. Oh yeah. There's a buck there, buddy. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god. He's down. I don't think he's getting up, bud. Oh my god. Oh my god, Marco. We have a buck on the ground. Holy macaroni. Let's just make sure he's down, because he's coming home and coming on the wall and on the freezer. He's going in the freezer, not on the freezer, but in the freezer. Holy smokes. Oh my god. Oh. It doesn't even do it justice, I'm sure, in the camera. Look at that, boys and girls. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm freaking out. I don't even know what to say. Got what I have to do. Like I'm just like trying to enjoy it, because that's what you got to do at the end of the day. You got to enjoy these times.
Man, I still get shivers till this day, because that deer, what an adventure, man. He made me go through every emotion possible.
And the cool thing is, you went on a couple of spawn stalks in early season, and you got that buck a couple
Completely
times
forgot
out of
to
range
say that. Yeah.
with the bow.
I went, and he was just out of our area where we hunt, but I was, we call it freestyling. So with the bow, and it was that rainy day. I remember I was telling you and Gio, I wrote a bunch of profanities. I just saw that thing in the field eating. Ted, remember that?
Yeah.
He hey! So, some goat just died or something. I have no idea. Farmers killing goats or something.
At number 2, folks, our second most memorable event here in the 10-year Woods anniversary was a 9-pointer that Mike took.
Walking in from lunchtime, we were actually early. It's later in the season. I think a couple of days left of the season.
Couple left.
And you know, the morning we didn't really see much. Came back, we had a quick bite, and we were like, we got to get back because it gets dark at 4. So we try to be as early as we can. And let me tell you, what a walk in, especially when your buddy says, Mike, is that a deer? Where?
Well, even walking in, you're like, I never see bucks. I never see bucks just standing there. Why can't I see bucks standing there?
Yeah, you know, it's never, this easy stuff never happens.
Asking you shall receive, folks, because we saw this ginormous 9-pointer standing over a doe.
That was bedded. And he's just there standing. And Marco, where he's standing, has the trees. Because I'm like, Mark, take a shot and I'll do a follow-up. I don't care. As long as we get this deer shot, we'll go find him. And Marco didn't have a shot. I had this full-on backpack because, like I said, I get dressed at the spot. So I'm there with the big backpack that weighs like 40 pounds. And I'm just, man, I pull a shot and get him. We're not sure if we get him, so deer scatter everywhere.
There was actually 3 does bedded behind the hill. They get up, run. We eventually found blood. We got on some blood. Then the blood actually went one way, but then some big tracks went the other way, so we split up.
This was the craziest run and gun adventure that I had to do, running after a buck. Usually we never chase a deer, but this situation was, we know we hit him. I thought I did a good shot, but freehand with a muzzleloader is not really recommended. Yeah. The guns lift.
He actually popped back up 80 yards in front of you.
He pops back up and through all the thick stuff, and I remember it just looked like a giant rack. Like it looked like from far, I just had him back and I placed another shot. Boom, shoot him. That's when the point you start running.
I'll hang back. Sure enough, I just see orange running through the woods. It ended up crossing over to the strip. You end up crossing over to the strip side through some high grasses. So
I get there and there's a swamp right in the back with the big power line. And then I see a tail running. Yeah, you saw boom, 1, 2, 3. I have my gun up. 4 does. I'm like, where's the buck? And I was hauling ass. I wasn't even following blood because I saw deer. I followed the deer, but there was no buck. And then I get Mike. I get Marco screaming like 60 yards behind me.
I came out slowly once realizing there was no more does. And between Mike and I, there was a big patch of grasses. Doesn't the buck come up between us?
Then he dropped. You said
and then Mike turns around to see why I'm screaming at him, and he turns around to just see me. Doesn't even see the buck on the floor. He goes, "What are you screaming at?" I'm like, "Your buck's right here." So I end up putting a shot in his neck just to make sure that it was
yelling
it was
at the shoot it!
He's right where the gun is. He's on his last breath right now. Oh my God. Congratulations.
No, thank you.
Congratulations.
This guy, you know what? This guy, he's a good luck charm. Giant buck.
Look how well camouflaged he is.
I'm about to have a heart attack.
It didn't kick in yet?
It didn't kick in. My heart is like, feels like it's gonna come out of my throat.
Oh my God.
Look at the tip of the antler broke off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he had one, it broke.
What buck is this?
5, 6, 7, 8.
He would have been a 9 or a 10?
Yeah, well, this one's broke off.
His neck, Mike, looks 80 inches.
I can't even.
Is he breathing?
What a beauty. What a beauty.
Oh my God.
For you guys that follow us and watch us and you love deer hunting, for us it's really the time we spend together outdoors, and you know, we do this as a team. And for us, if Marco would shoot, it's like I shot, and if it's the same way for him, it's rare to have something like that because most people are jealous. And you know what, we don't care if whoever it is, it's just let's get a buck down. Oh my God, it all came together. What a buck. We both had to shoot him.
Yeah.
That was a run and gun buck. He was crazy adventure. Like Ty got Marco saw, I ran right past him in the grasses. I never saw him. That's how well camouflaged.
So, I mean, as for our number one, folks, we were talking about running bucks. This buck didn't get to the run.
Nope.
This was
Early season is the best
first
time
week.
to get a deer.
Especially if you could pattern him on either food or transition zones, his bedding. He's usually always on the same type of schedule. And Frank got it done on the biggest buck.
Lucky guy, man.
It was hot as Africa. It was 29 degrees Celsius.
Everybody says the deer don't move when it's hot.
My dad didn't go out that day. He was like, it's way too hot.
That is complete BS.
So we found
deer will move in the right areas.
We found the 3 thickest, shadiest spots where like it's 10 degrees colder in those areas.
Yep.
If there's gonna be a buck or a big buck, they're gonna walk through right before dark in those areas because they're probably bedded not too far. Sure enough, Frank.
Doesn't the giant of all giants step out? And this buck splitter, we had him a couple of years. We got him and he was unfindable during the hunting season. He would show up on the cams and then he would be gone. Guys, we're freaking the hell out.
Oh shit, man.
My dad called Marco and I
Again?
saying that he should, again. This guy, he doesn't come out often, and when he comes out, I don't know.
Experience.
He said he shot a big buck. Now, what's this big buck? We're biting our nails. I'm shaking on the inside, trying to figure out what buck is he talking about.
You see the arrow?
Do you? It's far though. It's like 40, 50 yards from there. Oh my god. Look at that. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's chunky.
Good shot.
Oh, look, the blade unscrewed. That's how hard it hit him. Holy smokes.
We'll leave that arrow there as a reference point.
Oh, look up ahead. He jumped. Look over there. Oh, there's big blood here, guys. I can see the light and knock over there. We're about at right now at 35, 40 yards.
I see it.
You see the buck?
Holy shit, look at the rock.
I see it, guys. I don't know if it's still alive. Is it? Oh my god. This is beautiful.
Oh my.
Oh, this is freaking beautiful.
Watch out, Dad. Watch out. Oh my god, Marco.
Oh, this is beautiful.
This is our biggest buck ever.
Oh, this is beautiful. Guys. Oh, this is real. Oh,
Dad, look at all the bubbles.
I'm speechless, but. Oh, fuck. Again.
Look how big this is.
Marco, look at that.
Holy smokes.
It's Splitter.
Oh,
The history behind this buck. Look how nice he thinks he's a caribou, Dad. Holy smokes. Come look. Oh my god.
Holy.
I can't even turn him, guys. Dad, come grab this thing. Oh my god. You see what kind of a monster?
oh
Look at this. We call him Splitter. I can't even turn him. He's getting stiff. Oh my god. How wide is that, guys?
Oh my god.
this is better.
Dad, look at this buck.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Check that shot on
Oh
that.
man, he smells
my
like
God.
pines.
Oh, he smells, huh?
Holy smokes.
Marco, look at this.
Frank, congratulations.
I don't even know what to say, guys. Is this real? Like, I have to poke my eyes? You
Oh,
guys
little
don't understand.
He's bladed so with a crab claw right.
This is what you call a mature buck. Yeah?
This thing must weigh 280 to 300 pounds. Look at this rock.
Look at his neck. It's not even the rut.
No,
Look at the size of his neck.
it's not bad though.
Oh, look how
It's not even rutting yet. Imagine when he was in rut, how big.
Oh wow.
This is pure just on food right now, gorging himself. Tag to make it official.
Yes,
Oh
it's
my
very
God.
important, guys. You have
Well,
to always tag your deer.
oh my god, we didn't want to get our hopes up, but when he said a big buck, I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Splitter because Splitter's so nocturnal, this buck. When we walked up to that deer, just look at Marco grabbing, I'm grabbing it, and my dad is just like dumbfounded, like shocked. Because this, once again, public land, guys, we don't see bucks of this caliber. You know what? We had so many other memories come in these woods, crazy adventures,
But,
and we
yeah.
learned 10 years in the making.
Hopefully another 10 more. Thanks to you guys for watching too all these years. We're able to share the memories with you guys. If you guys have crazy hunting stories, let us know
Let
down
us know,
below.
are we the only ones who have these
Yeah.
crazy things happen to us?
Let us know your favorite memory that we've had so far. Maybe we mentioned one that you guys enjoyed that we didn't mention yet. We want to hear it down below. But yeah,
Let us know.
thank you guys so much for watching this. I mean, crazy how
Nostalgic
fast 10
video.
years go by. Yeah.
Crazy.
Insane.
There's a lot more to come. We're passionate about it. We love doing this, and you gotta stay tuned. Woo! You gotta stay tuned!